Congratulations on the film. This is your
Thank
second
you.
time now working with Denzel and Antoine. You were here a few years ago for the Equalizer.
Yeah.
So what do you like about working with them on set, and why did you team up with them again for more?
Why wouldn't I team up with them again? I guess when I saw the Equalizer, I couldn't believe my eyes because the world that Antoine creates around his actors is so authentic that you could almost do nothing and it will be so true to the scene, the environment. And so when I found out that Antoine was doing The Magnificent Seven, I immediately knew that I had to be a part of the film. I didn't think that it would actually be a reality because she is the only female character in this world. But it was I had to go through an audition process and I wanted to do it so badly. What it meant to me was more than just working with these guys again. I think the character is so important and so relevant to our times. And I think that was the takeaway.
And as you mentioned, she is the only female character in the film. So how did you ensure that she actually left an impact and stood out rather than just being, a plot device or just a damsel in distress?
I think the script was fantastic by Nick.
True detective writer.
The true detective writer. So that was half the battle, was just starting out with a great script. And I know that it had really kind of changed from draft to draft. But what we had was a very strong script. And then when we were all cast, we kind of had the opportunity to pour ourselves into the role. And so I think that Emma brings a sort of groundedness and a strength and an emotion to the film that wouldn't have been there without that character.
And you actually get in on some of the fighting at the end, which kind of gives the movie a more contemporary feel. Was that something that appealed to you about the role, that you actually got to fight with the guys at the end?
Well, it's interesting that you say that it gives it sort of a modern appeal. It's not necessarily, I think that women were misrepresented in films in the old Westerns. And so it's nice to actually see the truth coming to the surface of what these pioneer women went through and what their journeys were like and the hardships that they had to endure.
Mm-hmm. And was it fun for you getting to do some of your own stunts, getting in on the action at the end, getting to play cowboy with all the boys?
My favorite part of this opportunity was just the physical aspect. It was such a physical role, and anytime we got to do the action scenes, and those stunt guys are so amazing, and they're out there and they're doing horse falls, and you can't believe your eyes really that it's happening, and it's such a surreal world and everyone's dressed in their costumes. It was such an experience. I wish that I could bottle up the experience and share it with you, because it was a little.
It looks like it was a lot of fun to me.
Bottle of magic.
Yeah. And just quickly before we wrap up, next year we're going to see you in the new Terrence Malick film, Weightless. Can you tell us a bit about your role there and a bit about the movie? Is it going to be lighter on narrative like his other films, a bit more abstract?
Well, with Terrence, you asked me about this film, but with Terrence, with Weightless, even during the process of being cast and shooting the film, he's so elusive, and you don't really know what he has up his sleeve. So, I would just get scripts of pages and pages and pages and pages of beautiful dialogue in a FedEx box. So it was a very unconventional process, and I think that, and he's going to do it in his way, and we just have to respect that.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.